The SoundCloud rap era can truly be considered one of the most legendary in the hip-hop industry. On this unique platform, many artists got the chance to showcase their potential and talent. These performers started their careers at an entirely amateur level, creating music at home and trying to capture listeners' attention through social media. As a result, the world heard numerous artists who later made a significant contribution to the industry. An embodiment of that exciting era and a prominent representative of the new sound is undoubtedly the hero of our video today. We are talking about Smokepurpp, who gained widespread popularity with his SoundCloud tracks. His music captured the hearts of millions, ushering in a new era of cloud rap.
I want Audis, I don't want cars, I want Rarries. I don't want friends, I want Audis.
For many people, the years 2016 to 2017 will forever be associated with Smokepurpp's music. Almost immediately, the budding rapper gained enormous popularity. His entrance into the industry could be called lightning fast. His track Samsung Jumpin' instantly drew a huge audience, and the debut music video for the track Ski Mask garnered over 10 million views, which is a massive figure for an artist just starting out. Smokepurpp's journey in the music industry began closely tied to his friend Lil Pump, with their collaborations garnering millions of listens and becoming some of the most recognizable tracks on SoundCloud. Lil Pump's influence on Smokepurpp's career was undoubtedly significant. On one hand, this close bond allowed Smokepurpp to achieve quick success, thanks to his friend's popularity. On the other hand, it created constant pressure since Lil Pump's name always sounded louder, and the hero of our video increasingly found himself overshadowed. Constant comparisons between the two artists by their audience and Smokepurpp's attempts to keep pace with his friend's success likely hindered his ability to find and establish his unique musical style. Being the second number didn't allow the rapper to fully express his individuality and creative potential. What caused this development, and what is happening with Smokepurpp now? Let's try to figure it out together as we delve into the details of his career and personality. Get comfortable. We're starting. Omar Jeffrey Pinheiro, the future rapper known as Smokepurpp, was born on May 15, 1997 in Chicago, Illinois, USA. His mother is Spanish-speaking and his father is of mixed heritage. The family moved to Miami-Dade County, Florida, when Omar was just 3 years old. In interviews, he often mentioned that he grew up in an underprivileged, crime-ridden area where he encountered crime and violence daily. This environment, filled with instability and brutality, undoubtedly had a significant impact on shaping his personality and worldview. He describes himself during childhood and adolescence as a calm person surrounded by a diverse group of friends, reflecting his adaptability to challenging social conditions and his ability to connect with various people. This experience likely sparked his interest in music as a means of self-expression and storytelling. However, aside from a difficult social environment, Omar's youth was also overshadowed by substance abuse issues. He began using illicit substances at a very young age. At 8, he started smoking marijuana, and by 16, he was using other substances. For several years, he even sold drugs, highlighting the severity and scope of the problem. In one interview, he explained his prolonged substance use as a way to cope with severe anxiety. He said the substances helped him focus and manage panic attacks that often occurred without a clear reason. He noted that while quitting was challenging, it was one of the most important steps toward improving his mental health. "My mind is completely clean," the rapper later stated in interviews, emphasizing that he overcame his addiction. His school years were spent at North Gardens High School in Miami. It was there, amidst classes and the bustle of school life, that he began seriously pursuing music and revealed his potential as a music producer. This period became a turning point in his life. In high school, he met Gazi Garcia, better known as Lil Pump. A quick friendship and mutual understanding developed between them. This meeting, one might say, had a fateful influence on both. Smokepurpp himself shared that he encouraged Lil Pump to pursue music after hearing his freestyle. At the early stages of Lil Pump's career, Smokepurpp worked as a producer on his first tracks and also participated in filming music videos. It was during this time that Smokepurpp decided to dedicate his life to music and vowed never to work a regular job.
Good. I mean, when I was 15, I said I was never gonna have a job because I wanted to make music straight off rapping, and that's what I did. I never had a job.
Omar Pinheiro, the future Smokepurpp, began his creative journey using FL Studio. This step was explained rather trivially. He was simply bored and searching for himself. Music initially became a way of self-expression, an opportunity to fill a void and find an activity that genuinely captivated him. This process of self-discovery through creativity gradually consumed him more and more. Music became not just a hobby, but an integral part of his existence, occupying an increasingly larger space in his life. This deep dive into music had direct consequences. Creativity entirely displaced school. Omar dropped out of school and his priorities shifted sharply, with music becoming the defining factor in his life. Initially, Smokepurpp did not aspire to public fame and attention. He preferred to stay behind the scenes, focusing on producing and creating beats. However, as he admitted in numerous interviews, his attempts to succeed solely as a producer and beatmaker were not very fruitful. He faced the reality that while his beats were the result of his efforts, they didn't have the quality needed to attract attention or inspire other artists to collaborate. Instead of continuing as a producer, Omar decided to start rapping over his beats, a step that unexpectedly opened the door to real success.
Started as a producer. I started rapping because nobody used my beats. That's why I started rapping, so.
In his interviews, Smokepurpp often shared memories of his early creative journey, highlighting the influence of certain musical performers on him. According to him, the main and defining figures during his childhood were 50 Cent and the members of G Unit. He noted that it was from these rappers that he drew the aggressive energy that became an integral part of his musical style. Besides 50 Cent and G Unit, Smokepurpp acknowledged other influences that played a significant role in shaping him as an artist. He mentioned that Gucci Mane and Chief Keef also had a substantial impact on his music. Undoubtedly, these musicians had unique styles and approaches to creating music, which didn't go unnoticed by Omar. He took these traits and added his unique twist, ultimately shaping his sound. On September 23, 2014, Smokepurpp made his first appearance in a music video titled It's Nothin' with rapper Lil Ominous, who is also Pinheiro's cousin. In July 2015, he uploaded his first track on SoundCloud but deleted it, feeling it lacked quality. Soon after, he uploaded his second track on SoundCloud titled Live Off a Lick featuring rapper Temptation. This second track, significantly better in quality, confirmed his musical skills and the formation of his own style. The collaboration with Temptation was another major step in his career and undoubtedly contributed to the development of his creative ambitions. Smokepurpp's first successful track on SoundCloud was Samsung Jumpin'. This track marked the beginning of his rapid rise to fame. His next hit was Ski Mask, which quickly went viral, garnering millions of streams and likes on the platform. These tracks not only brought Smokepurpp tremendous success, but also earned him the title of one of the leading artists in the cloud rap genre. As a result, many labels became interested in the young artist and sought to sign him. In 2017, Omar caught the attention of the new record label Alamo Records, led by Todd Moskowitz under Universal Music Group. As a bonus, the young artist received a valuable gift, a diamond chain worth $50,000. In addition to this success, Smokepurpp signed a contract with Interscope Records, further solidifying his position in the music industry. These collaborations undoubtedly played a key role in his career, opening up new opportunities and prospects. In November 2017, Smokepurpp released his debut EP, Up Now, Fuck Next, consisting of 6 tracks.
Bitch, I'm on the block. Yeah, wait this way, wait this block. Bitch, I'm on the block. Yeah, wait this.
Guest verses on the release included Larry June, Xavier Wolf, and Fat Nick, adding additional diversity to the sound and undoubtedly increasing its appeal to listeners. The public appreciated the material, calling Smokepurpp one of the most promising SoundCloud rappers. Anticipation for the next phase of Smokepurpp's work grew with each new release, and soon the world learned about the preparation of his commercial debut mixtape. On March 9th, 2017, Omar announced the mixtape on Twitter, and a few days later, on March 14th, the rapper revealed that the mixtape would be titled Deadstar. In May 2017, the rapper released his commercial debut single Audi. The single soon became his most popular, with over 87 million streams on SoundCloud and 122 million on Spotify, a testament to its high quality and widespread recognition. Receiving a gold certification from the Recording Industry Association of America further confirmed the success of Audi.
I don't want friends, I want Audis. Smoking on booth in his Maui.
In September 2017, the rapper announced that Deadstar would be released on September 22nd and released the single Bless Your Trap following this announcement, which further fueled interest in the upcoming release. The track was also well received, earning over 100,000 likes on SoundCloud.
Huh? Bless your trap. Lil Pump, bless your trap. Lil Pump, bless your trap. Bless your trap.
Regarding the upcoming release, the rapper said, "Deadstar is my swan song. I'm not saying I'm going to die soon or stop making music, but I'm transitioning into a new form. Audi will appeal to those who have followed me from the beginning because it has elements people are used to. But the new project overall doesn't fully adhere to that sound. Deadstar is me sinking deeper into the abyss, deeper into my vices, and deeper into emptiness." Later, Pinheiro announced that the release of Deadstar would be delayed, without specifying a new release date. His mixtape Deadstar, released on September 28, 2017, is a collection of his released and unreleased singles, and includes collaborations with artists such as Chief Keef, Juicy J, Travis Scott, Yo Gotti, Dram, and Lil Pump, significantly enhancing its impact and drawing attention to the release. Collaborations with such stars brought diversity in styles and approaches to music creation, making it richer and more interesting. This partnership between seasoned performers and the talented rapper proved mutually beneficial and fruitful. Producers of the mixtape included veterans like Ronnie J and Harry Fraud. Across the mixtape's 18 tracks, Smokepurpp presents himself in various roles, exploring multiple themes and conveying different emotions.
Baby, I'm a trap baby, niggas hate me. Trap baby.
The album cover depicts the rapper in a coffin surrounded by newspaper clippings, photographs, and alcohol. However, despite the depth and multifaceted lyrical imagery, the main focus of Deadstar is on the music. The lyrics serve to complement and enhance the emotional perception of the music, rather than being an end in themselves. The success of Deadstar was overwhelming. The mixtape did not go unnoticed by a wide audience and attracted the attention of major players in the music industry. Travis Scott's record label, Cactus Jack Records, quickly recognized the young rapper's talent and signed him. This was a milestone event in Smokepurpp's career, confirming his significance and potential as a successful and in-demand artist. At just 19 years old, Smokepurpp became a millionaire, illustrating the phenomenal success of Deadstar and the potential of the young artist. As a sign of recognition for his talent and successful collaboration, Cactus Jack Records gifted him a luxurious chain.
I just fought this bitch inside a Bentley coupe.
The success of Deadstar was also confirmed by impressive positions on the Billboard charts. The mixtape debuted at number 42 on the prestigious Billboard 200 chart, showing strong results on the Billboard Top R&B charts. Even in the Canadian Billboard Canadian Albums chart, Deadstar managed to reach 77th place, demonstrating its international popularity. For a rapper who started on SoundCloud, these were phenomenal numbers. On November 8, 2017, Smokepurpp announced on MTV's TRL show that he was working with Canadian producer and rapper Murda Beats on a new mixtape titled Bless Your Trap. He later released 2 singles from this mixtape, 123 and Do Not Disturb. In Do Not Disturb, rappers Lil Yachty and Offset participated. The mixtape Bless Your Trap was released on April 13, 2018 and debuted at number 40 on the Billboard 200 chart. On the Billboard Top Rap Albums chart, the mixtape reached 17th place. Smokepurpp's success was further confirmed by the 2018 XXL Freshman list, which included Omar and his friend Lil Pump.
That's a meanie stack. Yeah, pull up on your block, bitch, I'm blowing.
That same year, a truly legendary track was released, followed by a music video that everyone talked about at the time. The track in question is, of course, the collaboration between Lil Pump and Kanye West titled I Love It. However, the most interesting part is that, according to Smokepurpp, he was the one who wrote the lyrics to this hit. Here are his words. This track, I love it, I wrote it. Basically, it was on Lil Pump's birthday. Essentially, Kanye just called Lil Pump. He wanted to write a song about it, and I just wrote the song. And it just happened. And he was like, yo, the song you wrote is a hit. Smokepurpp is indeed credited as a writer of I Love It. His story about the song's origin also aligns with an interview published in Billboard magazine in October 2018, where Smokepurpp and his manager Dooney Battle explained that the track was recorded on Lil Pump's 18th birthday. However, it's unclear which parts of the song Omar considers his, as both Lil Pump and his manager have claimed that I Love It was created in collaboration with Kanye West.
I love it, 'cause your boyfriend is a dork.
This wasn't the only time Smokepurpp made controversial statements about someone. This interview is just one example of his tendency to make provocative claims and engage in pointless beefs, which unfortunately became the foundation of his public image in later years. Instead of focusing on creating new hits and strengthening his position in the music industry, Smokepurpp frequently fueled audience interest through scandals and clashes with other artists. This strategy, while attracting attention, ultimately does more harm than good to building a successful music career. His lack of focus on creativity and constant involvement in conflicts created an impression of instability and unseriousness, likely alienating many potential fans. His clash with J. Cole, which began in April 2018, is one of the most striking examples of this. In his track 1985, J. Cole addressed the new wave of rappers with cautionary lyrics, without naming specific names. However, Smokepurpp and Lil Pump took it as a personal insult.
Cause that's the way we eat here in this rap game. I'm fucking with your funky little rap name.
The rapper's reaction was quite harsh. In one interview, Smokepurpp stated that Lil Pump surpasses J. Cole in skill, which further fueled the audience's interest in the conflict. After this statement, crowds at Smokepurpp and Lil Pump's concerts began chanting "Fuck J. Cole," clearly amplifying the negative atmosphere and provoking further clashes. In late April 2020, J. Cole, in an interview with Vulture, noted that if Omar felt offended, it meant there was some truth to his words. This statement, instead of calming the conflict, only added fuel to the fire, provoking Smokepurpp to further lash out at J. Cole during his concerts. However, they later reconciled.
Where was you at when you I guess, came up with the fuck J. Cole shit?
I was sitting like in the room one day and I seen that shit in my comments. People were like, fuck J. Cole, fuck J. Cole. I'm like,
oh, so it was already happening?
Yeah, low key, yeah.
That's crazy.
And then I was thinking like,
did you know why they were saying that? Like, was you so in tune with what was happening that you knew like why they were saying that?
like, damn.
You still don't know why they were saying that?
I mean, but now I kind of get it because like we make different type of music, so people like, I don't know, you know, they'll feel some type of way like, oh, fuck this, fuck that. That was like basically like the trend, like, you know, everybody saying fuck J. Cole, whatever, blah blah. Now it's like everybody saying fuck Russ, you know.
Yeah, like, he been getting it. That's
yeah, you know. I don't know, bro. People just like doing that shit. It was even like serious. Like, I fuck with your shit. That shit's hard.
No, thank you, bro.
For real, for real.
Another major scandal involving Smokepurpp was his conflict with rapper Russ. This conflict began back in 2017 after the death of Lil Peep. Russ posted a tweet criticizing rappers who use illegal substances, which triggered a sharp response from Smokepurpp. Smokepurpp's reply was rude, containing explicit language. Moreover, he used a photo of Russ's sister as his Instagram avatar, which elicited an even harsher reaction and prolonged the conflict. This action was a blatant display of tactlessness and disrespect, which naturally caused significant damage to his reputation. Subsequently, Smokepurpp was physically assaulted after one of his concerts, adding more drama to the story. Here's Russ's comment on the matter.
Those kids, those are clowns, bro.
Did you see him at any festival? Did you?
Yeah, we've caught one of them at a festival. That motherfucker knows what time it is, bro.
Which one? Smokepurpp or Lil Band?
I'm gonna tell you right now. If they respond, they know what time it is, bro. I'm putting you like this. We got video too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so if they get slick at the mouth, you just put the video.
I'll leak the video. You getting your ass beat. So I suggest you tread carefully. You feel me? Period. Like is that because I'm done. I'm done biting my tongue. I don't like as much as people think that I talk about self-sufficiency and about how I do everything myself and you could do it too. Yeah, but like I don't be talking about how much of clowns y'all really are. You feel me? And so like
can you tell us the story? What happened? You don't have to tell us who it was.
I'm just like, don't make me stoop down to y'all's level where I'm gonna play the internet game too and I'm gonna have you humiliated. You feel me? Like, don't do that.
So you saw him at a festival, you ran down on him?
We you know, it is what it is, bro. They know what time it is.
Substance abuse also significantly impacted Smokepurpp's career. His dependence on illegal substances was public knowledge, and he himself spoke about his struggles multiple times. A case of overdose that became public further confirmed his issues. However, even after announcing that he had stopped using drugs several years later, his creative output not only failed to increase but actually slowed down. In one interview, he admitted that his music-making process was closely tied to substance use. Quitting drugs led to a creative block and difficulties in writing new songs. I started making music under the influence, so when I stopped using, I didn't really feel like making music. It turned into some weird vicious cycle, he said. Here's the continuation of the quote. I had to tell myself that I didn't need substances to write music, and then I started working on it again. This shows that addiction seriously affected his creative process, which combined with his tendency for public conflicts, created significant obstacles for his further success in the music industry. Here are more of his words.
Shit like that, but I cut everything else off.
How long has that been?
4 months.
Wow. How much of a difference do you feel 4 months not on any of that stuff?
I feel way different. Like I could tell like my mind was clouded before, like with bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I could curse, my fault.
You're okay. Just try not to overdo it.
Yeah. I could tell my mind was like fogged up before. You know what I'm saying? Like I was on that shit every day. And it wasn't just like I was on this or that. Like it was like I was on this, and that. And like every day, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I just cut it all off. I feel like I had to.
And was there any particular inspiration for doing that? Or was it just a matter of like, I'm tired of not feeling clear?
Man, it was just a matter of like, I'm tired of like not being able to feel happy without this stuff. Like feeling dependent on this stuff. That's really what it was like. I was like, damn, like it just came to a point where I was like, why can't I be happy without this? You know what I'm saying? And that's when it all like, I was like, this is what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go sober.
2019 became a turning point, unfortunately not in a good way, for Smokepurpp's career. His appearance in a freestyle session on Tim Westwood TV turned into a public disaster, which many still consider one of the worst freestyles in hip-hop history. The video instantly went viral, but this virality brought Smokepurpp not new fans, but a flood of negative comments and hate. The internet was flooded with numerous clips highlighting the worst moments of the freestyle, which became memes. As a result, the comments section under the video on YouTube was disabled, a clear indication of the scale of the failure. This situation undoubtedly severely damaged the rapper's image and dealt a significant blow to his reputation. A much greater challenge was the release of his long-awaited debut studio album Deadstar 2 on December 13, 2019. The release, delayed multiple times, was highly anticipated by the rapper's fans. To draw attention to the album, Smokepurpp enlisted the support of stars like Trippie Redd, Denzel Curry, and Ty Dolla $ign. However, expectations were not met. Deadstar 2 showed extremely low commercial performance, debuting only at number 137 on the Billboard 200 chart. This marked a sharp decline compared to the results of his previous releases, indicating a significant drop in audience interest in his music. Critics noted that most of the album's tracks left much to be desired. While Smokepurpp handled beats well, demonstrating good musical ear and rhythm, his lyrics were the weak link. The album's lyrics suffered from overused themes, cliché rhymes, and a lack of originality. Smokepurpp failed to find his unique voice and stand out among other artists working in similar genres. Listeners noted clear imitations of other artists. Some tracks bore noticeable similarities to Travis Scott. Here is the full translation of the text, with the links intact and the nicknames unchanged as requested. As a result, Deadstar 2 not only failed to surpass the success of Smokepurpp's previous releases, but also made many ask the question, who is Smokepurpp as an artist? The album failed to present the rapper as an independent and recognizable figure in the hip-hop industry, and the commercial failure of Deadstar 2 was a serious blow to Smokepurpp's career, confirming the trend of his declining popularity and raising doubts about his future prospects in the music industry. Kanye West was also supposed to participate in the release, but in 2019 he began changing his image in the industry and promoting Christian themes, which is why their collaboration was not included in the album, although the track had quite a good potential to become a hit. Later, the demo version of the track was leaked online.
I can get this shit no problem. I can get this shit no problem.
Despite the fact that his friend Lil Pump was still releasing hit tracks in 2019, such as Be Like Me, the rapper soon began losing his position in the hip-hop industry, which undoubtedly affected Smokepurpp's popularity as well.
Everybody wanna be like me. Ooh, yeah. Everybody wanna be like me.
Many listeners from the start expressed the opinion that Omar's success was directly tied to the popularity of his friend Lil Pump, and that he owed much of his success to him. This claim is hard to refute, considering that throughout his career, Lil Pump significantly outpaced Smokepurpp in terms of popularity. The difference in the scale of their fame is not just a matter of streaming numbers, but reflects significant differences in their approaches to creating and promoting music. The influence of the friends' fame factor is hard to overestimate. Even objectively successful works of Smokepurpp often remained in the shadow of Lil Pump's loud achievements, creating the impression that his success was entirely due to his proximity to a brighter star. This created constant pressure and comparisons, which undoubtedly affected how the public perceived his work and his own perception of himself as an artist. One of the main reasons for such a significant difference in popularity lies in their drastically different marketing strategies. Lil Pump skillfully used scandals, provocative acts, and expertly generated discussions about his persona, which led to viral popularity and active media coverage of his activities.
Because nowadays rap is not just about rap, it's also about being able to entertain, you know what I'm saying? You're like, because you gotta be, if you want to make money, you gotta be able to put on a good show. It's not just being a good rapper, you also gotta be a good entertainer, and you know. Pump is like, you know, he's a funny person, he's a cool person, like just like me, you know. He was already on Twitter being a character, like doing funny stuff, so I'm like, hey man, bro, like you should rap, bro, like, you know, you got a persona, you know, you got it, bro, you can do it. And he was like, man, I don't care about that, I don't want to do that. And I'm like, nah, bro, do it, bro, like you got this, bro, trust me, I can see it, bro, like you're literally like a persona, man, like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, and he's like, I don't even got a rapper there. I'm like, bro, you're Lil Pump jet ski. I just told him, I'm like, you're Lil Pump jet ski. And he was like, yo, that shit sounds raw as fuck. I'm Lil Pump jet ski. And I'm like, yeah, we didn't even have a microphone. So we like connected like the Apple headphones to the computer, like downloaded like a mixed craft trial and like just rapped through like the microphone on the headphones, just put the song out. And then he just kept going from there, like.
The name Lil Pump was constantly in the spotlight, regardless of whether he released new tracks or not. The friendship with Lil Pump undoubtedly played an ambiguous role. The inevitable constant comparisons with the much more popular friend overshadowed Smokepurpp's achievements. placing him in the shadow. This created a paradoxical situation. His successes were often underestimated, and he was perceived as a secondary artist, even despite having his own original style and talent. This constant comparison inevitably demotivated, creating psychological pressure and complicating the building of his own unique image. It is also worth noting that a significant portion of Omar's audience initially consisted of Lil Pump's fans. When interest in the latter's work began to decline, it negatively affected not only his own popularity, but also Smokepurpp's. The loss of a shared audience became one of the key factors slowing down the rapper's career growth. This highlights the close interconnection between their careers and the general dependency on the same trends and audience. Another factor that may have contributed to the formation of Smokepurpp's image as a secondary artist was his long absence of full studio albums. While Lil Pump released attention-grabbing albums, Smokepurpp spent a long time limiting himself to singles and EPs. This could have created the impression of insufficient maturity and unpreparedness for serious work on large-scale musical projects, which also affected his perception in the eyes of some of the audience. At one point, Smokepurpp and Lil Pump even decided to stage a conflict between them, and it looked something like this.
Boy, you better stop playing, nigga. I wrote and produced all your first songs, nigga. Fuck you talking about, nigga? Man, listen. I'm not playing with you no more, nigga. I need all my royalties, man. I need all my money, nigga. Gucci Gang, nigga, that was my song, nigga. I gave you that song. I gave you your first big hit, fuck, nigga. Gert! Man.
Smokepurpp, stop playing with me, man. I created SoundCloud, nigga. Stop fucking playing with me. Purp, bro, stop fucking playing with me, bro. I'm the first nigga to introduce you to fucking Ronnie fucking Ronnie J, DJ Carnage, and Travis Scott, bro. Stop fucking playing with me. Bro, what the fuck are you talking about? That same flow you use on that flow, that's my flow. That's my song. I don't even know what the fuck you talking about.
Later, the artists continued making music together.
Getting smacked. I took a bean in the morning, I don't know how to act.
The current state of Smokepurpp in the hip-hop industry is most accurately reflected in the fate of his album Florida Jit, which was released on June 19, 2020. This release turned out to be a real failure, demonstrating a significant decline in the rapper's popularity. In the first week after its release, only about 5,000 copies of the album were sold, which is a catastrophically low figure for an artist who once gathered hundreds of millions of streams and collaborated with leading figures of the hip-hop scene.
I'm smoking on cookie, this shit strong. We shoot at the face and the neck bone.
This fact particularly emphasizes the scale of the fall, considering that only 2 years had passed since the peak of Smokepurpp's popularity. Such a sharp decline in popularity raises questions about the reasons for such a rapid decrease in audience interest in Smokepurpp's work. It can be assumed that a combination of unsuccessful creative decisions, scandalous acts, and possibly personal life issues played a role in this fall. The small number of copies sold of Florida Jit clearly signals the loss of Smokepurpp's connection with his audience and the need to rethink his creative path and promotion strategy. The album did not make it into any significant charts, which further confirms its commercial failure and critically low demand. The failure of Florida Jit was not an exception, but rather a confirmation of the negative trend in the rapper's career. The next failed release was the EP Psycho, released a year later in 2021. This 6-track EP faced harsh criticism from listeners, many of whom accused Smokepurpp of plagiarism, claiming that the presented tracks were copies of unreleased works by the late Juice WRLD. Whether these accusations were justified or not, they dealt an additional blow to Smokepurpp's reputation and further alienated his audience. Plagiarism accusations seriously undermine listeners' trust, and Psycho became a prime example of how such accusations can completely destroy commercial success. In general, these two releases, Florida Jit and Psycho, are indicative examples of how a rapid decline in popularity can completely destroy a musical career. Even if the artist achieved significant success in the past, these releases not only failed to restore Smokepurpp's former popularity, but also worsened his situation, leaving him far from the heights he once reached at the beginning of his career. Here is the full translation of the text, with the links intact and the nicknames unchanged as requested. The comparison of these releases with the rapper's previous successful works clearly demonstrates the scale of his creative and commercial decline. A significant indicator of Smokepurpp's maximum loss of audience was his concert in April 2022 in Michigan, where there were about 10 people and the whole venue was empty.
I filmed how there was no one.
This video went viral on the internet, and people simply couldn't wrap their heads around the fact that an artist with around 4 million followers on Instagram and 2 million monthly listeners on Spotify could be performing to a crowd of 10 people. Smokepurpp himself responded to one of the comments by saying that he didn't care how many people were there. The important thing was that they were with him, and he called his tour cool. This demonstrates Smokepurpp's reluctance to acknowledge the problem and work on a solution, which in turn reflects a lack of self-criticism and unwillingness to make the changes necessary to revive his career. Instead of analyzing the reasons for such low concert attendance and adjusting his strategy, the rapper tried to justify the obvious failure. However, after that, Smokepurpp cancelled the next scheduled concert, as not even 250 tickets were sold. And at the concert in Boston, the rapper actually left the stage after seeing the half-empty venue, with fans waiting for him for 6 hours.
I swear to God, I could go all night. Let's go.
In 2023, the rapper released an EP called Anti, which was clearly not commercially successful and failed to reach 300,000 streams.
Cause I say so, put all my killers on a payroll. Beat the pussy up, I got it cream.
The downfall of Smokepurpp's career is a complex phenomenon caused by a combination of several interconnected factors, each of which played a role in his rapid fall from the heights of popularity. Long delays and constant rescheduling of the debut album release played a key role in the loss of audience interest as the wait dragged on, and when new material finally came out, it often didn't meet expectations. The apparent lack of a drive for improvement and the search for new creative solutions led to Smokepurpp's music becoming predictable and uninteresting. The absence of evolution in sound and lyrics, stagnation on the same themes and techniques, all of this contributed to the decrease in the number of his fans. This was further compounded by meaningless beefs and scandalous public outbursts. Instead of focusing on creativity and promoting his music, the rapper spent his energy on conflicts, often without any real basis. These scandals, although they attracted some attention, ultimately did more harm than good. Additionally, Smokepurpp remained in the shadow of his more successful friend Lil Pump throughout his career, constantly compared to him and perceived as a second-tier artist. These comparisons prevented him from developing his own unique identity and drawing attention to his own achievements, which ultimately prevented him from establishing himself in the hip-hop industry. Ignoring criticism and striving for self-assertion through scandals also led to a distancing from fans. The lack of dialogue and feedback with fans and neglecting their opinions created a gap between the artist and his potential audience. In the end, the rapper's current situation is the result of many negative factors, interconnected and reinforcing each other. The revival of his career requires not only new hits but also serious work on his image, rethinking his creative approach, and establishing a closer connection with his audience. Is his comeback possible? The recent surge in interest in Lil Pump, linked to his support of Donald Trump, suggests the possibility of using a similar hype strategy for Smokepurpp. However, this path is fraught with risks and is unlikely to guarantee long-term success. True revival will require the rapper to make a qualitative change in his creative approach, genuinely work on himself, and show respect for his listeners. We will continue to follow his future path and wish Smokepurpp nothing but good luck. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments. See you soon.